This is our 100th film review. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, really, seriously, it's okay, thanks. No, really, honestly. This 100th review is for Captain Marvel, and even Marvel are celebrating a decade of Marvel movies. And this 100th review is sponsored by our regular sponsor, Electric Hair, who I found out today know as much about Captain Marvel as I do, in that we never knew there was a Captain Marvel character. So before we find out who Captain Marvel is and what Captain Marvel is all about, do check out the Electric Hair website to see if there's a salon near you where you can get a marvellous haircut just like Captain Marvel's or Sam Jackson's or Jude Law, whoever you idolise.
So, Skrulls are the bad guys. And you're a Kree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
Right, so I don't know anything about Captain Marvel. I never even heard of Captain Marvel, or even knew about Captain Marvel until I saw the trailer for this film. What I do know is I think this is the 21st Marvel movie in 10 years, I think. And as time was going on, I actually wasn't really going to go and see this movie because like it got so hyped, but there was just so many people attacking it as well. There's so many people giving it like negative criticism, and just like there was just so much against it for no reason whatsoever. I guess that's what the internet is there for just angry people to be spiteful, I guess. But it just seemed like they were really giving this movie and Brie Larson a hard time. So when all that was going on, I was thinking, do I really want to go and see this? Do I really want to make a review video of this? I should rather stay out of it. So obviously I went to see it, otherwise I wouldn't be sat here now. And this is all from someone who doesn't know anything about Captain Marvel, all right? So the film starts. It's a bit slow to start with. It's a really good start, but it's a little bit, it gets you really excited, but then after about 5 minutes they're like, okay, something needs to change, come on, make it a bit more interesting. And then as you've seen in the trailer, she lands on Earth in the 90s, she meets Sam Jackson's character, they've got really great chemistry on the screen, which I thought was great. And then from there you find out like where she came from, and obviously people who were fans of the comics probably knew where she came from, but someone who didn't know, this was actually quite interesting because I had no idea. So this kept the story interesting to me. It wasn't the greatest story. It was a little bit flat through some of it. There were some really great scenes in there, but a lot of it was very flat. But it was interesting to find out where this character came from, and obviously there's a little twist in it that probably many people know about if you're fans of comics. Again, I didn't know, so it was quite interesting seeing that happen. There were some really good lines in it. There's some funny lines. The humour's quite good in there. Some of the bits were very predictable. Like you're watching a bit and you think, oh, that probably happened next, and it did. I love the 90s environment, the 90s atmosphere the film created. It was like featuring old technology like dial-up internet. There's some music tracks all the way through the film, which obviously if you were around during the 90s you'd be well aware of. It just felt like it was a movie from the 90s, which was great. It had that proper 90s feel to it. The costumes looked very 90s, and that's saying the whole film just felt 90s. Like I said, right, there was a lot of criticism towards Brie Larson about this film. I have no idea why, but I think it's mostly those fanboys out there who are, I don't know. I mean, there's videos on YouTube just really ripping her to pieces, saying that Brie Larson's ruined Marvel and stuff like that. I'm guessing it's a fanboy theme, but I'm not a fanboy. I knew nothing about Captain Marvel, and I went in there not knowing, and I liked the film. Like I say, it's not the best film, but it's enjoyable. And some of those videos on YouTube have like been going, oh, it's one of those like pro-feminist films, rah rah rah. And there were a couple of digs about men in this film which were very unnecessary. There's even bits like making Sam Jackson look really pathetic playing with a cat the whole way through. I think that was a bit, it was unneeded because it just goes against his Nick Fury character, I think. But I don't think this can be an extreme feminist film because most of the audience were men. I merit this film as just being a fun action film, which has left me really excited for Avengers Endgame. And obviously there's two little bits after the end credits that you should stay for when you go and see this film.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Aren't you the cutest little thing?
thing? Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Fury.
What's you? I'll be back.